Imagine walking into your home after a long day. The lights adjust automatically to your preferred evening setting, the thermostat has already warmed the house to the perfect temperature, your favorite playlist begins to play softly in the background, and the oven has preheated itself because it knows it is dinner time. This is not a scene from a science fiction movie. This is the promise of AI-powered smart homes. But is this future truly as seamless as it sounds, or is it more hype than reality? Today, we will dive deep into the world of AI smart homes, exploring their history, present, challenges, and what the future might look like. To understand where we are heading, we need to look back at where it all began. The concept of a smart home is not new. In the 1970s and 1980s, engineers experimented with home automation systems that could control lights and appliances. These were primitive by today's standards. They relied on wired connections and basic timers. You could set your lights to turn on at 7 p.m. or your sprinkler system to water the lawn at dawn. But there was no intelligence involved. By the 1990s, companies introduced more advanced home control systems, often targeted at luxury homeowners. These setups allowed centralized control of lighting, heating, and sometimes security. However, they were expensive, complicated to install, and inaccessible for the average person. They were symbols of prestige rather than practical tools. It wasn't until the rise of Wi-Fi, smartphones, and cloud computing in the late 2000s that smart homes began to move from science fiction to everyday reality. Suddenly, ordinary consumers could buy affordable devices like Wi-Fi plugs, smart thermostats, and app-controlled light bulbs. This democratization of technology laid the foundation for today's AI-driven smart homes. So what makes today's smart homes different from those of the past? The answer lies in artificial intelligence. Early smart homes were automated but not intelligent. They followed rigid rules set by the user. For example, turn off lights at 10 p.m. or start the coffee maker at 7 a.m. AI changes the game. With AI, devices learn from patterns, adapt to user preferences, and even anticipate needs. Instead of you telling the system what to do, it gradually learns what you like. For example, a smart thermostat doesn't just heat your house at 7 a.m. It notices that on weekends you wake up later, so it adjusts itself accordingly. It learns when you leave the house and when you return, optimizing energy use without you lifting a finger. Voice assistants like Amazon's Alexa, Google Assistant, and Apple's Siri represent another leap. With natural language processing, you can talk to your home as if it were a person. Instead of opening multiple apps, you simply say, "Alexa, good night," and the house locks the doors, turns off the lights, and lowers the thermostat. Let's imagine what a fully AI-integrated smart home might look like in 2025. You wake up at 6:30 a.m. because your smart alarm has monitored your sleep cycles and chosen the optimal time to wake you within a 30-minute window. As you stir, your blinds gradually open to let in natural sunlight, while your thermostat gently raises the temperature for a comfortable morning. In the kitchen, the coffee machine has already brewed your preferred blend, knowing from past data that you usually need caffeine at this time. As you head to the bathroom, the smart mirror displays today's weather forecast, your schedule, and even a reminder that you are running low on toothpaste. The system suggests adding it to your grocery list. Meanwhile, your shower has automatically adjusted to your preferred temperature. When you leave for work, the smart security system arms itself, the lights switch off, and the robotic vacuum begins cleaning. Your fridge, connected to a grocery delivery service, notices you are low on eggs and orders more to arrive before the weekend. In the evening, when you return, the lights and heating are already adjusted to your arrival. Your oven preheats because it knows that on Tuesdays you usually cook pasta. Your AI assistant suggests a new recipe, while also reminding you that tomorrow morning you have an early meeting. This scenario might sound futuristic, but many of these features already exist. Companies like Amazon, Google, and Apple are racing to make these systems smarter and more seamless. Why are people so excited about this future? The benefits are undeniable. First, there is convenience. Smart homes save time and effort. Instead of fiddling with multiple switches and devices, everything happens automatically. Second, energy efficiency. AI systems can significantly reduce energy waste. Smart thermostats alone can save up to 20% on heating and cooling costs by learning your habits. Lighting systems ensure that no room stays lit when unoccupied. Smart irrigation systems water your lawn only when needed, conserving water. Third, security. Smart cameras, doorbells, and locks provide peace of mind. They allow homeowners to monitor their property remotely and receive alerts about unusual activity. AI makes these systems smarter by distinguishing between a passing car and a potential intruder. Fourth, personalization. AI adapts to individual preferences. From music to lighting to temperature, your home becomes uniquely yours, tailored to your lifestyle. Finally, accessibility. For elderly people or those with disabilities, AI smart homes can be life-changing. Voice commands, automation, and health monitoring can enable independence and safety. But the future is not without its problems. Smart homes face several challenges. One major issue is compatibility. Different companies have built ecosystems that don't always work well together. A Google Nest thermostat may not integrate smoothly with an Amazon Echo or an Apple HomeKit setup. This creates frustration for consumers who want everything to work seamlessly. Another problem is security and privacy. Smart devices are connected to the internet, which means they can be hacked. Imagine if a hacker gains control of your locks or cameras. Beyond security, there is the issue of data. These systems collect vast amounts of personal information about your habits, routines, and preferences. Who owns this data? How is it used? Are companies monetizing your private life without your consent? Cost is another barrier. While prices have come down, outfitting an entire home with smart devices can still be expensive. And because technology evolves rapidly, devices may become obsolete in a few years. There is also the issue of reliability. What happens when the internet goes down, or when a software update introduces bugs? Do you suddenly find yourself locked out of your own home, unable to turn on the lights or adjust the heat? Lastly, there is the question of necessity. Some critics argue that many smart home features are gimmicks. Do we really need a fridge that suggests recipes or a toaster that connects to Wi-Fi? At what point does convenience cross into absurdity? Another important dimension of the smart home debate is the competition among tech giants. Amazon, Google, Apple, and Samsung are all fighting for dominance. Amazon has built an ecosystem around Alexa, with thousands of compatible devices. Google integrates its services with Nest products, leveraging its expertise in AI. Apple focuses on privacy and seamless integration across its devices with HomeKit. Samsung pushes its SmartThings platform. This competition drives innovation but also contributes to the fragmentation problem. Consumers may hesitate to invest heavily in one ecosystem, fearing that it might not survive long-term. For example, Google has shut down some smart home projects in the past, leaving customers stranded. So where are we heading? Most experts believe that smart homes will become increasingly common, but progress will be gradual rather than revolutionary. The key developments to watch are interoperability. Efforts like the Matter standard aim to make devices from different brands work together more smoothly. If successful, this could be a turning point for adoption. Better AI. As AI becomes more advanced, smart homes will feel less like programmed machines and more like intuitive assistants. They will understand context, anticipate needs, and adapt to complex lifestyles. Sustainability. Smart homes will contribute to greener living by optimizing energy, reducing waste, and integrating with renewable energy sources. Health integration. Homes may monitor not just your habits, but also your health, detecting anomalies in your activity, sleep, or diet, and suggesting interventions. Affordable solutions. As prices continue to fall, more households will be able to adopt smart home technology. So, are AI smart homes the future? The answer is both yes and no. Yes, because the trend is undeniable. Homes are becoming more connected, intelligent, and personalized. The benefits in terms of convenience, efficiency, and security are too compelling to ignore. But also no, because the future may not arrive as quickly or as smoothly as some imagine. Challenges around privacy, security, compatibility, and cost will slow adoption. The smart home of tomorrow will likely not be a sudden revolution, but a gradual evolution. Piece by piece, more households will adopt AI-driven devices until one day we may look back and wonder how we ever lived without them. For now, the dream is partly real, partly aspirational. But one thing is certain: the way we live inside our homes is changing, and artificial intelligence is at the heart of that transformation.